Where am I?
Look down here.
Oh no! No, this can't.
It can.
Oh no, they must be having problems.
I'll say.
That's the end of them. I'm dead, aren't I?
Not exactly. That down there is consciousness. This is unconsciousness. And through that door over there is the great beyond. Right now, you're unconscious.
But I feel so good. I haven't felt this good for years.
You've been restored. You're as you were at your peak. And I must say, you peaked awfully young.
I'm only 18.
Poor thing. And I thought it was bad when I cashed it in at 43.
I've been sick for a long time.
When was the last time you felt really good?
My 13th birthday, I guess. I ran around with my cousins. We played baseball and I hit home run and won the game.
Then you're 13 now. Myself, well, I guess I'm 23. Right after my son, Paul Jr. was born.
You're unconscious too?
Heavens no. I'm dead. They're planting me in the ground tomorrow. I'm just hanging around, keeping an eye on my survived lives.
Then you've already went through.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
I guess I should.
I wouldn't if I were you. That's what I did. Barreled through on my own. Took matters into my own hands. And I'll tell you, it was worse than the DMV through that tunnel. Tests to take. Waiting all day in line. But it's the wrong line. Just to find out I wasn't even supposed to be there yet. All the while, my body lays in coma for 2 weeks. Poor Paul. He'd so hoped to. It would have been much easier had I just waited for my guide to come.
Guide? There's a guide?
Who was the last person really close to die?
My grandma, I guess. 2-3 years ago.
Then she'll be your guide. My Nana was my guide too. Took me through orientations in no time flat. She even finally taught me how to knit. I can never get the hang of it. Now I can't stop.
I hardly think Grandma could guide anyone. She died completely off her being. She had this fondness for cordless beater. Took it everywhere. She'd wave at it passing by cars, make her coffee, and whip it to a froth. You know, it seems so funny now. She was the only one who could talk to me without crying when we found out. And then she went all weird, and I got so mad at her for that.
You'll be surprised. She's restored.
Oh my god.
Honey, so much blood. What are they doing to you?
It's a heart transplant. The old one was never really good, and after 13 it started to shut down. It doesn't seem to be going too smoothly, does it? I was waiting so long for this.
Just stop looking. You just get all upset.
Yeah, you're right. What to do?
Would you like a napkin? I've got plenty.
No, I'm fine.
Unconscious, dear. You're not dead yet.
Do you think there'd be these magazines to read?
It's just like the doctor's office. Everybody takes them in with them to the examination rooms.
Don't even get me started on doctors' offices.
Someone should be bringing back a stack of highlights for children soon.
I read every issue since I was 13. I hate waiting.
I was the same way.
How did you,
Check out a photo of California?
yeah.
not enough fat in my arteries.
What?
Yeah, not enough fat in my arteries. The blood just whisked through so fast, I overheated like a radiator.
You're kidding.
Yeah, yes. Vanity killed me. Self-indulgence killed me. I killed myself.
Oh. Suicide.
Honey, I was too into myself to do that. Look, it's a long story.
Well, I don't have much else to do.
After 20 plus years, Paul and I had a huge house, a small mortgage, and 3 sons who were turning into fine young men.
That sounds perfect.
Perfectly boring. Look, Paul and I still loved each other. We just weren't in love anymore. I found out he was seeing a young woman. I went crazy. Someone had to be blamed, so I blamed myself. I wasn't young enough, pretty enough, smart enough, good enough. I just wasn't enough. I went overdrive. I became Superwoman, Earth Mother, Donna Reed. You name it. It all rolled into one.
But was it enough?
Soon they fell in love. What did he want? Youth. You know how gravity starts to tear at you once you hit 40? Oh, of course not. You're only 18. Well, let me tell you, it's no picnic. Your whole body starts to fall apart. Oh, sorry.
Hey, it's okay. So, you went to plastic surgeon, right?
You know this story?
I have a lot of time to watch soap operas.
I didn't just go to the plastic surgeon. I was regular. No sooner was the swelling gone, it was back again. I was nipped, tucked, added to. I loved it. I loved me. Soon Paul didn't matter. All I had was this shell to work on. Shell. I couldn't even recognize my own reflection.
Well, you really did kill yourself.
Yeah, I guess I did. The irony is, I wrapped the bands around the telephone pole on my way to another facelift. Bam, through the windshield, and there wasn't a facelift.
Is that her down there with him?
Yes. Good. He needs someone to hold him right now. He really did love me. He never left me while I was in the hospital. I wish I could tell him that it's okay. He loves her. He needs to hold her tight and never let go.
We both died with broken hearts.
Diana May, what a pessimist you are.
You know my name?
Of course. And I know that your bleeding stopped.
No. No. It has.
Maybe it's time to go back down.
No. No, that's okay. I've gotten quite comfortable here.
Look, you mustn't get comfortable around here. You have to want to go back down. This is nothingness. That's why there's no place to sit and no magazines to read. You got a second chance. Don't waste it here in nothingness.
But it looks so painful down there.
It frequently is.
You know, when I was 12, all I wanted was to be a teacher. I loved school. Then I passed out playing tetherball and never went back to regular school again. I came into intensive care with what seemed like a billion tubes on my throat and my arms, and machines hissed, and doctors shook their heads, and Mom and Dad cried. Grandma was the only one who told me what was going on. I was very sick, and I cried, and she rocked me in her arms and told me she'd never let anything hurt me. And I believed her. But I didn't get better. And Grandma got funny and died. And Mama died cried a lot more.
End of the story, isn't it?
Dana May, I thought you were in here.
Grandma?
How'd you guess? How have Miss Miller girl? Looking pretty good there. Good enough to eat all gone. You're still not pissed that I died, are you?
Grandma, you look so...
I know. Ain't it a hoot? I got my old body back, my brain back, and I got to keep the beater to boot.
Grandma, I'd like you to meet...
Oh, hi there, Margaret.
Helen, I'm so glad you came. Diane here was about to set up camp.
What's the matter, kid? I thought you were gonna get a new heart. Margaret's, in fact. Healthy as a horse, I hear.
It hasn't gone to me. Look.
Oh. Quite a mishap there.
Grandma, I don't want to go back to that. I'm tired of always being sick and seeing Mom's and Dad's face every time I go back to the hospital, hoping that I'll get better, but knowing I never really will.
Don't worry, Pumpkin. Grandma will not let anything hurt you.
Take me through the doorway, Grandma, so I can be with you.
Not so fast, honey. I can't take you through. Not yet.
But
No. There are a few things that you have to do first.
what?
First, you have to get through this operation. Then, there's a teacher's college you'll have to go to, and a school you have to teach in. I know it'll take longer than you want, but you just have to be patient. Somewhere out there is a handsome young man who will take you to dinner, and eventually he'll marry you. And a few more million things that you have to do. And then you come out here out of a peaceful sleep. And then I'll take you through.
I love you, Grandma.
See you later, alligator.
May. When you get out of the hospital, look up Paul Garrett, Flagstaff, Arizona. Tell him Margaret understands, and he deserves to be happy.
Don't stop it or do I keep it rolling?
You can stop it, yeah, let's do it.